Hi, I am Samuel Manuel from Tuskegee University, Social Work 300, Fall 19, and this is my presentation. So, Social Work 300 requires us to use a database called SPSS, and this is what I use to retrieve the Louisiana slave data. The Louisiana slave database comes from the records by Dr. Gwendolyn Hall. Dr. Hall took raw data and records and transferred them into a slave database with more than 100,000 entries. It all started when she began researching a slave conspiracy in 1975. Today, her database is used throughout the country, including the nation's first interactive slave museum, the Whitney Plantation, and St. John the Baptist Parish. Through her online database, you can search for names of the enslaved, slave owners, mortgage records, and last will. But it wasn't always that easy. So today it's been categorized into a much simpler method. So I categorized the gender of the slaves, skill groups, and the district they were located. The database has helped answer the answers to questions African Americans face every day. So if you look down here at figure 1, I have created a pie chart. Figure 1, the data shows that there were more men than women slaves coming in during this time, approximately 11% difference between the two genders. Men were 55.5% and women were 44.3%. You see, men are naturally stronger. Therefore, they were needed for the harder field jobs. They were most likely taken first, and women were important for the mainly cooking and domestic work. So once the men were taken, it was way easier to capture the women and the children. So look over here at figure 2. I have created another pie chart. The pie chart shows the different skill groups for the slaves. The categories are outside, indoors, and trades. 75% of the slaves worked outdoors because this is what majority of the work was needed to be done. So if you think about it, most money was brought in from the crops and everything that was worked. And the domestic work inside of the homes were more so for personal, having maids and stuff like that and just cleaning people. That was more personal, but the money was brought in outdoors. So it's, common sense to have more people working outside than indoors. If you consider percentage, that's the lowest percentage, actually the indoor ratings. So over to this side, I have another graph. This graph shows the district slaves were settled in. Orleans Parish has the highest percentage. So that's most likely the selling grounds for the slave trades, where everything, all the money interactions for getting different slaves took place. So in conclusion, the database presented in each report was retrieved from the Louisiana Slave Database, which has been a wonderful creation because it allowed people to trace back to their ancestors' roots. The database allows people to understand who they truly are and what runs in their blood. Now African Americans in Louisiana have a direct link to those roots thanks to the work of Dr. Hall. Thank you guys so much for listening.